Hello, my friend, and thank you for being here. I was drawn to use my own private tarot deck that I normally don't pull out for anybody. But I was pulled to pull it out, or I was called to pull it out, however you want to say that. But this is actually pulling a little bit of vulnerability from me because I don't always necessarily. I don't know, there's the separation of myself, and then there's what I share with others. So being called to use this deck feels very important to me. So if that is a message in this, great, absolutely. I hope that you find it uplifting. Secondly, this is a reading for my life path number 3s. They are my communicators. And the card that came out is the Emperor. And I do absolutely love these tarot cards because they're cat themed. And anyway, I can't even tell you where I got them, but they're my favorite. They're the first tarot deck that I actually bought for myself, and I am teaching myself how to actually read these cards in the traditional manner. But I'm not feeling like reading it specifically from the deck, but it is the Emperor. It is a very powerful energy. It is a strong masculine energy. But what it's reminding me is of those, I don't even know how to say this. It is reminding me of the bullies in school. I know that doesn't make any sense because it's the Emperor card and bullies aren't emperors, but try to go with me on this, or feel with me this. This card, this Emperor energy, is a very powerful energy. It is sitting in a lot of power. And so do bullies. Maybe they were the popular kids. Maybe they weren't the popular kids. Maybe they were just mean. But they held a lot of energy. They have this strength, this, put on my cloak, because people are going to be looking at me. People are going to be looking to me for yes, no's, maybes. Okay, I just got there was a cartoon when I was growing up, and it was a little bulldog and a little chihuahua. And the bulldog was named Chester. Yeah, Chester, I think. But anyway, this little chihuahua would like jump around it and go, "Hey, Chester, hey Chester, hey Chester, do you want to chase some cats?" And the bully, or the bulldog, would sit there, gnawing on his bone or whatever, just sitting there, just being him, just being in his own space. And he would whack the little dog, and the little dog would just roll around. And then the little dog is like, oh, yeah, you're right. That was a really bad idea. Yeah, Okay, that's the image that got into my head. So going with this bully thought. Okay, and I'm not saying that you're a bully. So please don't take that personally, okay? But what I'm saying is that you're under a lot of pressure. Okay? You may not feel like you are the Emperor. You may not feel like that. You may feel like you're just existing. And you don't have any sense of direction, or you don't have a, you've learned all the royal etiquette. You have learned the state of affairs. You have learned how to manage money. You have learned to do this. You've learned to do this. You've learned to do all of this, and you're actually in this Emperor role. And you may be powerful, and you may be wise, and you may have everything an Emperor would have. And you know that you can wield that power, and you can wield it confidently, correctly. You fit in this picture, okay? And I'm going to show you this picture again. Because other people see you as an Emperor. But I'm not seeing you as feeling this way. You may see this as a facade or just what's on the surface. That's what I'm feeling. There's a tiny part of you that is the little dog that gets rolled around. He says he knows all the rules. He knows all the rules, but what he wants to do, that little dog inside, maybe it's an inner child or something, an inner child aspect, but there's something that does not, it's not being portrayed in this picture. And because this is life path number 3, the communicators, maybe being in this position right here, holding all the cards, that's funny, holding all the cards, maybe you feel like you're bluffing. But I don't think that's the reality. That may be what you're feeling, but I don't think that's the reality. I'm feeling like maybe you are afraid to be the Emperor. Maybe that's too harsh. I don't, this is my vulnerability moment, my doubt. Maybe the Emperor is just the one side of the coin, because we all have an inner side and an outer side and a 3/4 side, and I'm finding out all sorts of things. But maybe this Emperor, you have everything that is to become this Emperor. Or maybe you are the Emperor. But you're doubting yourself. I'm really not sure what to do with this. I'm really not sure what to do with this. But as the Emperor who has had all the schooling, all of the experiences, all of the life moments that you have, you will get through it. You will stand with your throne. And I got to be up here to help you with it. When we call people emperors, or we give them that power, that puts a lot of pressure on them. And sometimes we forget that they're still human. The bullies in school, we didn't know their story, but they wielded their power. And they didn't always give us an opportunity to know that vulnerability. But it was there. Wow, that feels very, very deep. That feels like equality. I'm going to leave it there. But if you want to call me somehow and help me to understand, I would appreciate that. Because that would be communication. All my love. I believe in you. You got this. The whole world sees it.